Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to be here to share with you what happened in China and what Alibaba can work with you in this fast-growing, fast-changing digital world. My view is very clear. I said that actually in terms of mobile internet, in terms of mobile commerce, China actually is not one of the advanced. China should be the most advanced market in the world right now. But for all this business, the fundamental thing is unchanged, which we believe actually is the infrastructure of a digital business, which include payment, finance, logistics, marketing service, and cloud computing. So that's why in Alibaba Big Family, actually we have, on top of this commerce business, on top of this mobile media and payment business, and local service, we have our finance, which Alipay, I'm sure most of people are aware of this. Actually, it's the e-payment solution in China and #1 payment solution in China. And we also have our China logistic network and the Alibaba marketing service network. And the recent development is cloud computing. And because we believe in the digital world, the data will be the blood of the new economy, and the cloud computing should be the engine of the new economy. But when you look at this business picture, I want to emphasize one thing to you, which is Alibaba actually is not a commerce company. Alibaba is not a service company. In substance, Alibaba is a data company. We view all these situations, all of these business, including commerce, payment, logistics, marketing service, cloud computing, etc., as a use case to create data. And what we do is to generate the data from the use case, from the real business, but use the data we generate and refuel the business and refuel the participants in the ecosystem to help our partner to do business easier anywhere in this fast-changing digital world. So now I want to take a few minutes to share with you the business of our retail platforms. I'm sure today most of the manufacturers and retailers are interested in this opportunity. Yes, Alibaba's Taobao and Tmall platform actually is the largest retail commerce in terms of scale today in the world. And these two marketplaces take different positions. For Taobao, actually this is famous for selection because we have lower entry barrier and this is a free marketplace. Everybody can start their business in Taobao. And from consumer perspective, our value proposition in Taobao actually is to help the consumer to kill the time in Taobao. And for Tmall, actually this is a brand-driven marketplace. And we don't like other e-tailers to replicate what happened in offline for many years to online. Instead, what we do on Tmall is to run a platform to our brand and retail partners to enable them to establish their own operation on Tmall, to have their direct access to their consumers. And from consumer perspective, for Tmall's position is that to help the people to save the time. So we both help the people to kill the time, and save the time for different purpose. We have 35% of users even below 24 years old, means they are still in the college age, and they start to experience online shopping and before they have a stable income. Now, let me share with you something about November 11. As Alex said, I, together with my team, created this November 11 7 years ago. And today, November 11 became a consumer day not only for China, but for the consumers around the world. Last year, our results in that day is $14.3 billion US, which is bigger than the sum of the Black Friday, actually Cyber Monday together in the United States in 2015. And we also set 8 new Guinness records in various products and categories. And last year's November 11 was the first time we positioned this day as a global consumer day. So we separately track the number of how many people consume the import products. The result is over 30 million people consume imported products. And via our AliExpress cross-border export retail platform, 214 people from 214 countries participate in that shopping day. And we also have the famous Kevin Spacey was our special guest. He continued his role in House of Cards, being the President of the United States, sitting at the desk at warehouse. But what he said is encourage Chinese consumers to shop, shop, shop on November 11. Okay. Why November 11 is so popular? Why we have such good engagement with the consumers? The reason is that our retail platform is far from just a shopping platform. People here kill their time. Actually, what I can share with you is that for mobile users, every day, for every visitors, they spend more than 20 minutes on our shopping mobile app. Actually, this is quite long, considering the shopping nature. And on our site, on our mobile app, people not only receive the message, receive the information like listings. You can see from every other website, every our e-commerce site and mobile app is full of listings, full of shopping search. But on our mobile app, we try to give people different experience. This is the distribution channel everybody are familiar with in the traditional time. As a manufacturer, you will find a bunch of distributors. Then distributors find retailers. Then it's the retailer's job to interact with the consumers. But now, time is changing. In the digital world, Alibaba want to do is to be a platform, not as a middleman standing between manufacturer and consumers. We want to be a facilitator to enable our brand partner, our manufacturers, to establish the direct access to the consumers. Not only to generate the direct sales, but most importantly, to enable them to do the continuous customer engagement and to understand the customer insights. So now let's move to the piece of the digital media. As I said, actually today in Alibaba portfolio, we have a couple of media assets. And in terms of social media, in terms of the video, in terms of mobile browser, etc. So let's do a very quick benchmark with what happened in the US. In US, people, marketers do branding advertisement on YouTube, on Facebook, do performance by keywords on Google, and generate sales on Amazon. But in Alibaba ecosystem, what we want to do is to help you to do all of these exercise within one ecosystem. What's the advantage of one ecosystem? The advantage is that we can help, by doing so, we can help you to track the user, use the super ID, actually the unified ID across the platforms. So I think this is the most important thing what we want to do and provide to our partners, which is we have a very strong retail marketplaces, we have very strong media platforms. We want to integrate these two platforms so that people can do the branding, to do the customer engagement, can do all of these exercises, but finally convert to sales. And all the things are closed loop in the ecosystem, and all the things are trackable. Now let's move to two wings. Just now we mentioned e-commerce, we talk about media, and we talk about integration between the retail platforms and media platforms. And the other side of the coin is expansion, is the geography expansion. The rural areas. In China, the landscape is very unique. Actually, over half of the population in China, actually in the rural areas. In total, we have over 600,000 villages around China, around country. And for most of the villages, they have households less than 1,000. So you can imagine that within such a geography spreading, it is not possible for a manufacturer to cover these villages using the traditional brick-and-mortar chains. So the only way to do this is the e-commerce. Via e-commerce, we help our brand partners to penetrate this rural village because we have rolled out our rural village program. In each of the village, we want to have our own Taobao partner, which is not our employee, but actually the young entrepreneur in the local village. They want to start up their own business, but they help us to promote the brands, the products on our platform to the farmers in the village. And they buy on behalf of the farmers and pay on behalf of farmers, and then they receive the products on behalf of farmers. So they earn commission from all of these exercise. So today, actually, we have already covered around 15,000 villages. So in general, what we do in this fast-changing digital world is to provide 4 values to our brand partners and retail partners. It's about brand building, it's about customer engagement, it's about channel expansion, and finally, product innovation. Just now, what we talk about is all about the sales, the marketing, the engagement with the consumers. But how to use the digital commerce to improve the supply side, to improve the product innovation. Here is an example. We did some job with Pamper about the survey of the new products. You know that every consumer products manufacturer did the survey actually periodically. And you do the professional research, you do the sampling. But here, in a marketplace with more than 400 million active users, you can do 100% sampling in a most efficient way. So you can see we only take 1 week to complete the customer survey and get the real feedback from the real customers. This is a real consumer insight for people to develop new products. So that's all I want to share with you in terms of Alibaba's business, in terms of the China opportunity, and in terms of how we can work together in the digital world. Before I conclude my speech, I want to thank you again for Consumer Goods Forum to invite me to join. Actually, yesterday, when I joined the conference, I saw the list, a participant list. What surprised me is that there are 2 kinds of people, manufacturers and retailers. And Alibaba is neither of them. We are not manufacturer, obviously. We are not retailer. We are not e-tailer. We are a platform company. I think Alibaba could be a new element to the new Consumer Goods Forum. And we are very happy to be one of them, to participate in this forum, and to work with all of you to see the opportunity in the face of disruption. Thank you.